Hey guys, Jennifer here, and welcome to the final Subscriber Lunch Sunday of 2019. The Subscriber Lunch Sunday started almost exactly 1 year ago, and throughout the year, I've made over 200 different subscriber lunch ideas. But you guys, believe it or not, I actually received over 15,000 lunch ideas, and I wish I had time to make every single one of them. So I want to give a big thanks to all of you who have sent in your lunch idea. I've had so much fun getting to make some really unique lunches, and I am super excited to make even more subscriber lunches in 2020. Now in today's video, I have some really awesome lunch ideas to share with you. A lot of these lunches are on the healthier side, which is great for going into the new year, and two of the lunches were actually given to me in person by two super sweet cousins that I met at Costco. So you guys, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get on to the lunches. First up, I have a lunch idea sent in by Ryler. Ryler is from Erie, Pennsylvania, and for her lunch today, she requested a sloth theme, but unfortunately I couldn't find any sloth lunch accessories, so I'm gonna throw in some cute pet themed lunch accessories instead. So my first step for Ryler's lunch is to create a delicious wrap. And for this wrap, I started with a nice green tortilla. To this, I'm going to add a couple slices of deli ham, followed by one slice of cheddar cheese. I'm going to go ahead and break this in half just so it'll fit a little bit better. Next, I'm going to add some fresh lettuce, followed by some chopped tomatoes. And then finally, I'm going to top it all off with a few dollops of my homemade ranch dressing. Seriously, you guys, if you've never made ranch dressing from scratch, I totally recommend that you give it a try. It's kind of hard to go back to the bottled stuff after you've had it though, so be warned. I will go ahead and put a link to this recipe in the description box below if you want to try it out. So now to wrap this thing up, I'm going to start by folding in my edges, and then I'm going to roll it up as tightly as I can, making sure to tuck in the sides as best I can. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut this wrap in half, and I really like to cut this on the diagonal. I think it looks a lot fancier that way. And then check it out, you guys. Not only does this wrap look so good, but I really think that this combination of ingredients works really well together. So now I'm going to go ahead and get these onto the tray. And I did go ahead and add a little food pick into each one, just to make sure they don't unravel. So now moving on to the vegetable. For Ryler's lunch today, she requested sugar snap peas. And anytime I serve these to my kids these days, I make sure to trim off either end of the little pea. Sometimes those can be a little bit dried out or tough, so I like to just trim them off. My next step is to prepare Ryler's fruit, and for this lunch, she's actually doubling up on the fruit. First up, I'm gonna put together some really colorful grape skewers. And for these, I'm using a combination of green grapes, red grapes, and purple grapes. These are all seedless, and I'm just going to add them to my skewers in a really cute alternating pattern. And then for the other fruit, Ryler requested apples. So here I've used a combination of both Granny Smith apples, which are nice and tart, and Fuji apples, which are nice and sweet. And I went ahead and cut them into apple fries. So these apple fries are definitely easier for sharing. Now moving on to Ryler's snack. She requested some Ruffles potato chips. So I thought it'd be really fun to go ahead and give these baked Ruffles a try. Now you guys, these aren't the kind that are made with like a weird oil or anything like that. These ones really do taste and look very similar to regular Ruffles. The only real difference is that they're baked instead of fried. Now when it comes to Ryler's treat, she actually requested not to have a treat at all. So I'm gonna leave that out. But then for her drink, she requested apple juice. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this really cute Secret Life of Pets topper to this apple juice. And there you have it, guys. There's everything in Ryler's lunch. Now let's see what the kids think. Okay guys, what was your favorite part of this lunch?
My favorite was the grape sticks. My favorite was the chips. My favorite part was the wraps, the grape sticks, and the apples.
Griffin, what was your favorite?
My favorite was a kit.
Okay guys, so do you remember those cousins I was telling you about? Next up, I'm going to be making their lunches. Their names are Riley and Brielle, and they're from Orlando, Florida. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but right before Christmas, I did a huge, big Costco haul. I'll go ahead and add a link to that video down below if you missed it. When we were just about to leave Costco, the kids and I actually got recognized by Riley and Brielle as they were leaving Costco. So it was super fun to meet them, and while we were talking to them, they gave me their lunch ideas. So for these two cousins, their lunch ideas are actually pretty similar, so I'm gonna work on these lunches at the same time. For Brielle's lunch, I'm adding some unicorn accessories, and for Riley's lunch, I'm using lots of teal because I know she loves that color. So I'm gonna start by making Brielle's main course first. And for her lunch, she requested a Greek style salad. Now I say Greek style because this is not exactly authentic, but it's pretty close. So the first thing I'm gonna do is lay down a mixture of greens. And you guys, this tray is actually pretty small, so I'm gonna try to fit this on here as best I can. I have lots of yummy toppings to add. First, I'm gonna go ahead and put some tomatoes right on top, followed by some cucumber. I feel like if it's a Greek salad, it has to have cucumbers. Next, I'm adding some purple onion. I did go ahead and cut this really thin so it wouldn't be overpowering. Next, I'm adding some olives. And then a classic ingredient for a Greek salad is feta cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple of spoonfuls right in here. And then for the salad dressing, I did go ahead and pick up some of this Greek style vinaigrette. In here, there's a little bit of olive oil, red wine vinegar, lemon juice, garlic, lots of dried oregano. It is so tasty. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set this salad aside, and I'm going to prepare Riley's salad. Now, instead of a Greek-inspired salad, Riley requested an Italian-style salad. So as I'm putting this together, I'm kind of thinking of the salad that you might get at Olive Garden. So I'm going to be using lots of the toppings you might find in that salad in today's. So once I have my greens on the tray, I'm also adding some tomatoes into this salad. And then instead of adding cucumbers like I did in the Greek salad, for my Italian style salad, I'm adding some pepperoncinis. These are actually really mild, not too spicy at all. Next, I'm adding some sliced onion to this salad as well. I'm also adding some olives. And then in this salad, instead of adding feta cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese instead. And then you guys, for the salad dressing, I am gonna go ahead and add in some of this official Olive Garden Italian dressing. Now, if you've never tried this delicious salad dressing, it's really a tangy combination. There's olive oil, vinegar, and there's lots of herbs and spices in there as well. Now, you guys, so far these salads are looking amazing, and this is definitely going to be enough for like the whole family to share. So to finish off the Greek style salad, I'm going to go ahead and add some of these mini pita crisps. So these are kind of like croutons, but then for the Italian style salad, I am actually going to be adding some Italian seasoned croutons. And there you have it, guys. All you have to do is add the dressing, mix it all together, and it's good to go. So now that the main courses are done, I'm going to move on to the fruit. For Brielle's lunch, I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh strawberries. I did go ahead and cut these into strawberry hearts, and I'm going to add just one of these cute unicorn food picks right into here. And then for Riley's fruit, I'm going to be adding a mandarin orange, and I did go ahead and peel this orange, and I sort of layered each little orange piece so that they look like a flower. To make these look even more like a flower, I'm going to add just one little piece of strawberry in the center, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a teal food pick right into there as well. For Brielle's snack, she requested goldfish crackers, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of these pink princess goldfish crackers. I think the pink ones go so well with a unicorn theme. And then for Riley's snack, she requested Cheez-Its, so I'm just going to add a little bit right into this section. And you guys will have to let me know, are you a goldfish fan or are you a fan of Cheez-Its? If you had to pick between either one of these, which one would you pick? So now moving on to the sweet treat. For Brielle's lunch, she requested some Sour Patch Kid candies. Now, I don't know about you guys, but these always make me think of going to the movies. If you've never had them before, it's basically like a gummy candy. Now, I'm just going to add a few into this lunch, not too many. And then for Riley's sweet treat, she requested sweet tarts. And you guys, these days, there are lots of different varieties of sweet tarts, but these ones are the original kind. So these come in a little disc shape, and they're kind of a drier, crunchier kind of candy, almost like a Pez. If you've ever had Pez, they're kind of like that. So I'm just gonna add a few of these right into here. And you guys, you have to let me know in the comments down below. If you had to choose between Sour Patch Kids or Sweet Tarts, which one would you choose? Now personally for me, I wouldn't choose either one. I tend to be more of a chocolate fan, so I would probably pick M&Ms. And then finally for their drink today, both cousins requested water. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these really cute Disney themed water bottles. Since these girls are from Orlando, I think that Disney themed bottles are totally appropriate. Okay guys, so far, what's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing are the croutons. My favorite thing is the croutons and the candies.
And Jackson?
My favorite part is probably the strawberries, the goldfish, and the tomatoes.
So now that brings us to a lunch idea sent in by Alyssa. Alyssa is from Alberta, Canada, and for her lunch today, she requested a Happy New Year theme. For this lunch, I'm going to start with Alyssa's main course first, which is going to be a delicious sandwich. But since my kids are actually going to be eating this lunch, I'm going to be making 4 sandwiches, and you'll see why in just a minute. To go with this New Year theme, I'm going to be using my number cookie cutters to cut out 2020 in these sandwiches. For each of these sandwiches, I'm going to start by adding a little bit of mayo. Now, Alyssa actually requested salami, but since I'm all out of salami, I'm going to go ahead and use pepperoni instead. Next, I'm adding 1 slice of cheddar cheese, some lettuce, some thinly sliced cucumber, and a few little pieces of chopped tomato. And then finally, for the second piece of bread, I went ahead and used my cookie cutters to punch out a 2 and a 0 and another 2 and another 0. So now all of these sandwiches have a really cool peekaboo window. So now that I've barely gotten all of these sandwiches to fit on this one tray, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the sweet treat. For Alyssa's sweet treat, she requested some homemade chocolate chip cookies. So I went ahead and whipped up just half a batch of cookie dough, and I just used the classic chocolate chip cookie recipe found on the package of chocolate chips, except I always like to add a pinch of salt into my cookie dough. I feel like that extra pinch of salt in there really helps to balance out all of the sugar. And now I want these to be fairly small cookies, so I'm going to go ahead and use my small cookie scoop to add little cookie dough balls to my baking sheet. I'm going to go ahead and roll those into balls and stick them in the oven. So while those are baking, I'm going to go ahead and put together a delicious and simple fruit salad. I'm going to be using a combination of grapes, kiwi, banana, and strawberries. I'm just going to chop these all up and then mix them together. So I'm just adding a little bit of this fruit salad to the tray, and then over on the other side, I'm going to be adding the veggie. These are just some baby carrots that I cut in half, and I'm also including some of my homemade ranch to dip them in. So now that our cookies are out of the oven and they've had enough time to cool down, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of those to our tray. Again, all of my kids are going to be sharing this lunch. I'm adding a few extra. And then the very last thing I'm adding into Alyssa's lunch is this bottle of Martinelli sparkling apple juice. So this is kind of like the champagne that you might have at New Year's, but definitely a more kid-friendly version. So there you have it, guys. I'm gonna let my kids dig in, and then they're gonna let us know what their favorite part was. Okay guys, I'm gonna guess that your favorite thing so far is probably the cookies, am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are good, huh? What else did you like?
The sandwich. The cookies, the fruit, and the chips. The fruit.
What about you, Griffin?
And the cookies. Look, I got a big bite.
Oh, you like the cookies too?
I got a big bite. See you next week.
Okay guys, now I wish all of you a very happy new year. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that red subscribe button if you're new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.